This one is going to be fun and it's strange, but I previously played for you this clip of Tucker Carlson talking about a subject he's very fixated on lately, which is gay this, gay that. And he specifically named Pete Buttigieg and articulated his theory that Pete Buttigieg is faking being gay. Now, in the history of this world, I would love you to find me a few examples of people faking being gay. You have a lot of people faking being straight, but I would love to find examples of people faking being gay. And Pete Buttigieg now responded to what Tucker Carlson said. Before showing you or reminding you what Tucker said and then Pete Buttigieg's response, I do just want to contextualize this with the constant fixation on this type of topic from Tucker Carlson. What's happening with Tucker?
Have you noticed that like a huge percentage of war-crazed Republican senators are secretly gay? What is that?
Are they?
Yeah. Like, what is that?
Which are the ones that are secretly gay?
I don't know. That the ones who are secret about it. I don't really know if you want people with like truly unsettled, dark personal lives with power. Do you?
One of the most insane moments in the history of his podcast is Matt Walsh going, which ones are secretly gay? And him going, I don't know, the ones who are secret about it. And I did not edit that clip. As I've told you before, it's just the first one that pops up when I look up Tucker and the keywords. But someone put Lindsay on there. I don't know why. But they put Lindsey Graham on there. I don't know why. And then you have clips like this one.
In 2008, it became really clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack.
Yeah, okay. And then it's always omnipresent for Tucker. Then he says Tim Walz.
Or like Tim Walz is very obviously gay. I look at him, I'm like, well, you're gay. And I'm sure I'll be attacked for saying that. Maybe he's not gay, but he certainly seems gay.
Right. And you immediately say, where's your evidence?
I don't have any evidence. I'm just saying the guy looks super, super gay to me.
So I don't know. It's kind of a funny phenomenon for him to look around and at every turn, everywhere he looks, he sees gay. Like it's just always there, except with the gay guy. So with everyone, he sees it as it's kind of like a childish thing that he levies at people. Oh, there must, wow, you're a warmonger. You must be gay. And, oh, you're Tim Walz. You must be gay in your happy marriage with a woman. But then he brings himself to the topic of an actually gay person and says, now he must be straight.
Florida, taking in some of the universities. It's happening around the country. I'll give you a Pete Buttigieg. I don't know Pete Buttigieg.
The fake gay guy?
I have a friend who thinks he's a fake gay.
My gay producer was always like, he's not gay. He was with a girl like 20 minutes ago and like he wants to be the Democratic nominee. It's like time for a gay guy.
It's playing the long game. I mean, that's going down. Look.
Well, it's suffering for your art. I'll say that.
Just because I don't know him, I know 100 Pete Buttigiegs. I know this character.
Oh, I do too.
And they went to the elite school and
it gets creepier somehow. Oh, I do too. You know 100 people who have faked being gay. That wasn't his point. Oh, I do too.
And he goes to McKinsey and then he does the checks. And I think
and finds
I do too. Wait 1 second. I know 100 Pete Buttigiegs. We meet every Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And he went to the elite school and then he goes to McKinsey and then he does the checks. And I think...
And finds some benighted Midwestern town that he can just like become mayor of.
I'm a mayor now. Talk about I was talking to a big Democrat figure. And he said, say what you will about Pete. He's the greatest careerist we've ever seen. You're mayor of this tiny town. You become the Secretary of Transportation.
No, but of course. But the town kind of sucks. Actually, he didn't do a good job. If he didn't have the college there. But I've always wanted to interview him. He's never agreed to interview. But I'm going to ask him like some very specific questions about gay sex and see if he can even answer. I doubt he even knows.
Where does...
Yeah, no, totally.
I don't...
I'm not gay, dude. Stop.
Think about...
It's so weird. Michael Knowles is so uncomfortable. like trying to play along with it, but not understanding what's happening. And I know we've already responded to this clip. We'll get to the Buttigieg part of him responding, but I love when Knowles goes, where does... He's like, I'd like to ask him hyper-specific questions about gay sex, and Michael Knowles go, oh, it's like where does it go? Like, what? That's not hyper-specific, and that's not like a classified secret. If he says, where does it go? And Buttigieg answers, and he's like, darn, you foiled my plan. How'd you know that? So Buttigieg got asked about this. I mean, this is the degradation of our political discourse brought onto us by people like Tucker Carlson with weird fixations. And I thought Buttigieg responded nicely. While you watch this, please do. We have a lot more in the segment, shockingly. Click the subscribe button if you appreciate this show, especially segments where we try to have a little bit more fun with the absurdity. And it's free then if you want to get the members only bonus show. You can do that by clicking the join button, which is next to it.
First of all, I do not think I want to discuss anything with Tucker Carlson.
Okay. Same.
Also, but I cannot think of a topic I would like to discuss less with Tucker Carlson than that, even though I will admit some level of morbid curiosity on what in the hell he thinks no. I suppose it's a sign of progress that their idea of a conspiracy is that I'm actually secretly straight. But yeah, I just, where do you even, I don't know. We are in a postmodern, we are through the looking glass now.
You know what you have to say? You have to say, Tucker, I'm not interested, okay?
Gary Swisher. Yeah, I agree. There is some morbid curiosity, as he said. What does Tucker... Two questions. What would he ask? And why would Tucker know hyper-specific... Like, think about it. Tucker's saying that he believes Buttigieg, who has told beautiful stories of his whole background and coming back, serving the military, and realizing that after risking his life, he didn't want to... He realized he could very well die without ever experiencing love. That was his story. And so he promised himself when he got back, he was going to be, honest and live his truth, as they say. And so, but Tucker's argument is that Buttigieg wouldn't know certain hyper-specific questions, but Tucker would. Do you know what I mean? Like he's saying that Buttigieg, he could prove that he's lying by bringing up really, and I don't even know what that means. Like, how specific does it get? I don't know. Like, what is not something that the general public doesn't know? Whatever, or what does, you get it. So Tucker would have to go do a bunch of research to prepare his questions. To prove Buttigieg, and what if Buttigieg just is a really milquetoast guy in that department? Doesn't mean that he's not. Okay, so I give you the latest example that we covered on our bonus show that went off the rails of Tucker again. It's just constantly bumping through his brain, gay, and I think he should just take a breath.
I mean, the gay thing, which was not a thing 40 years ago, gay was a slur, all of a sudden becomes mandatory to worship at the altar of gayness or whatever. Trans stuff, sodomy, pride, all this stuff. That was not a thing 40 years ago. We're the same age. You know that. It was reviled.
So let me get some context before you watch the rest of this, and then Cole put together something hilarious that you're going to watch. He's making the argument that multiculturalism is a myth because you don't have multiple cultures coexisting in a multicultural society, but a dominant culture, one culture that just beats every other one out. So he's saying the idea of American multiculturalism is a lie. And the example he's citing to substantiate that is that we flipped a switch in this country, going from the general public not being okay with homosexuality to being worshiping it, which is a silly articulation at that point. But as he's saying that, he disproves his own point because that's not actually the correct historical telling of how we went from point A to point B.
All this stuff. That was not a thing 40 years ago. We're the same age. You know that. It was reviled. Now it's beloved. That's a culture change, but it's not multicultural.
I don't think you have
can't
to
dissent. Although you can't dissent from it.
Yeah, but Judge,
you're not allowed to dissent from it. If you're like, actually, I think sodomy's wrong. How does that work for you?
Look,
you go to jail.
Well, maybe it won't work well for you when you say it like that.
If you're like, actually, I think sodomy's wrong. How does that work for you?
Look,
it's like there's a little Tucker demon inside of there, and it goes, it's pressure, 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 and then whenever he needs to let a little bit out, he's like, ah, and just like that. What's not a natural way for a laugh to exit a mouth?
Sodomy's wrong. How does that work for you? You go to jail in your country.
What's happened?
It can't go away that fast. A laugh doesn't go away that fast. Ah! It's so, let's just see where he yeah, you shouldn't look like. Okay, guys, handle this with tact and adultness. When you're there's so many double entendres here. When you're railing against sodomy, don't make it look like you're getting sodomized. Come on. It was there and you said, Luke, do it, and I did it. I did it. So, as per that, he's so wrong on the substance. The proof of the ability for us to live in a multicultural society, it does bring with it unique problems, but it also has these unique benefits, like how successful we are on numerous fronts, including culture. We dominate globally. There's no global penetration of a certain country's culture like America's globally, and that comes from this unique identity that was created because of this convergence of different, I've explained it before, ideas and backgrounds and innovative spirits. And the example you just cited proves we do coexist. Not great a lot of times, but it's not true that one culture was decided, even on the issue he cites. He says we went from gay as a slur to everyone has to worship at the altar of sodomy. That sounds so much like the title of a porn movie. Worshipping at the altar of sodomy. This summer, Jackhammer stars in Worshipping at the Altar of Sodomy. Out this summer. At the end of the trailer. But zoom in on his face for a second here. From the oh my head hurts. From the creators of Stuck in a Washing Machine. Worshipping at the Altar of Sodomy, starring Tucker Carlson. I wish I swore on this show. Tucker, but Effer Carlson. From the creators. That brought you the Running Faucet this summer, starring Effer Carlson. Worshipping at the altar of sodomy. So that's what goes down on the bonus show, and you can click the join button to get it. But then it got better. Let me get this
40 years ago.
Cole, out of that moment from the bonus show, created this off of Tucker's claim that we were forced and you are persecuted into worshiping at the altar of sodomy, was his argument. And that created this trailer.
40 years ago, gay was a slur. All of a sudden it becomes mandatory to worship at the altar of gayness or whatever. Trans stuff, sodomy, pride, all this stuff. That was not a thing.
This summer, Jackhammer stars in worshiping at the altar of sodomy. Out this summer. From the creators of Stuck in a Washing Machine. Worshiping at the altar of sodomy. Starring Tucker Carlson. From the creators that brought you the running faucet. This summer. Worshiping at the altar of sodomy. It's so good. Great job, Cole. It's too good. So I don't know. Get your mind out of the gutter, Tucker, and let people be. That would be my suggestion.